Boom, boom. HFR sporting his synthetic Jim McMahon look today, man. I gotta wear the sunglasses because I got, been doing so much construction. My right eye just said, "That's it, man. It's all blown up, sir."
No, that's not true. You're getting Botox and filler. You got all this shit going on. Fucking liar.
I noticed our friend Ben Hunt, Epsilon Theory, still really pumping the N95s for sale.
Well, maybe we should have him on a Zoom interview and see if he wears his N95, because I will demand it of him, because I don't want to get any.
My question to you, Matt, because he was fairly aggressive with the vax. But he, like you and me, I think could lose to, could lose 50 pounds. And maybe that'd be a better outcome predictor for his dance with COVID, which invariable is going to come. Like, nobody's dodging this forever. I don't. You can stick the N95 up your ass. You're getting COVID sooner or later. That's all there is. Oprah,
especially the more vaxes you've taken, especially.
I mean, you can sit in your house if you want. All right, Matt. This is breaking. I'm going to do it this way now. The elites trusting each other more and more, or is it less and less? I forget.
Bildenberg back better.
Bildenberg back better. This from the Light newspaper in Ireland. Heart disease in children explodes since vaccine. Actually, one of the only newspapers, Matt, that I've seen that would actually throw that word in there, that vaccine word in there with.
I thought the explodes.
That was last week's show. It's unbelievable, like how people just will hold on. And now the FDA, let's give jabs to 3 month, or what is it? 2 month, 1 month old to 5-year-olds, a double jab regimen. It's unreal. And the beat goes on.
But you can't causate and correlate, right, Bob? We can't do that. We're not scientists. So we're just conspiracy theorists. That's all.
We're going to trust the science that we've paid for, Matt. Like,
squeeze butts. Are you fucking kidding me?
We're going to get back to the Lambo here in a second. We got important shit going on right now. Whoa. Are we live? Coming to you live on a little look-in, Matt. Louisville, Michigan came in and put 2 up in the top of the first. Louisville now has responded with 5 in the bottom. College baseball, look at the squeeze. I mean,
the squeeze with the bases loaded.
Bases loaded squeeze. Just a great call.
This is an aggressive call, and I love it. Even though, they're wearing the Houston Astros uniforms from 1978.
Right on. Michigan they lost 20-1 yesterday in a, you can score 1 point, I believe, in the NFL. Can't you score 1 point?
Only with an extra point.
Anyway, 3 touchdowns.
It's not looking good. It's not
looking good. And they leave it just.
But hey, what a run! What a run for Michigan. They're number 5 in the Big Ten. They made it to this super regional and won their first 2, and now are waking up to the reality that these are better teams.
Josh O'Halloran. They finally got the Irishman out. He's
they brought in another Scott. Looks like with a mullet.
Bases loaded. Come on, let's see a clearing granny.
Look, this could just blow the game out right here. We can turn it off after the first inning, I think.
Walks another in. All right, I'm turning it off now.
Yeah, it's getting ugly.
Matt, finally got my Lambo. I had to stop down a couple of models, but the dealer assured me that this baby doubles as a riding lawnmower. I say this and bring this in because it's funny. Thank you for sharing it. But Wall Street Silver, and I wanted to, since we're talking mushrooms, let's talk investing in silver, because this was shared by Mining Charts over the weekend, I believe. Maybe it was Friday. Still amazes me that silver got to $50 an ounce in 1980. And then what's that in today's currency? Who gives a shit? It's $50.
Oh my God, this is just a debacle. Oh.
Turn it off, Matt. Matt, I'm reading to you. It would be hundreds of dollars. And if you think we are currently at $22 an ounce in 22, it's a generational opportunity. I laughed so hard when I saw this, Matt, because the last time it was a generational opportunity, you literally have been waiting 2 generations for it to do something for you. Why do people just stay on this gold and silver bandwagon, Matt?
I don't know. I mean, I've never understood it. I really have never understood it. They all want to think we're going back to bring out your dead, and you're gonna have like a pocket full of gold nuggets and pay for shit. Like, it's never made sense to me.
And the other thing too, like it should be somewhere else. What is that mental dysfunction? It should be something else. Like it should be where the cost of, the inflation rate of the 1980 silver is. That's where it should be. 100. No, it should be where the market's pricing it at.
Right. Wherever the value is. And
it's unbelievable.
There is no value.
It's mental. It's seriously mental illness. That is mental illness in trading. This is a generational opportunity. Yeah,
well, and I know a ton of these people. You know them, and that's all they do. But again, like the shifts of the world, this is all they do is sell gold and sell shit around gold. So that's their business. So it's like buying. It's like listening to a realtor tell you it's never been a better time to buy. That's because I'm selling and I get paid. So buy.
I mean, bring up the silver chart. We haven't looked at it in a while because we have to talk. I mean, at some point we can't talk lambs or Lambos. Let's talk silver and the generational opportunity again.
More importantly, the bond generational opportunity, and interest rates. While I'm waiting, I was looking at the bonds here as they continue to go lower. By the way, the bonds were down, making new lows this morning. And, the rest of the market just, was coming in with the Monday froth, right? So, they finally got out of the inning. Only gave up 7, so that's good. And by the way, Big Ten champs in like 12 sports this year. So fuck off, all of you anti-hate Michigan people.
I hate Michigan. I'm one of those.
Raise
my hand.
At least we didn't change our
Hail
song.
to the victory.
At least we didn't change our song in South Bend to include women because it said something about men in the fight song.
Hail to the victors. So you guys
I'm talking the Notre Dame.
I know, but you covered that when you started this song because it's just victors. It could be man or a woman.
That's right. So again, the silver, Bob, 22.50 high recently, sitting here at 22, grinding off the bottom. This is the short-term chart. Long-term, same old shit. I mean, it's not going up. It's going down. But you can. I don't know. What can you do? You can make battery parts with some silver, I guess. But it's going back to teens.
I mean, that's it's just such disconnect between a story. It's a great story. It's a great story.
It's where it's going, Bob. Where you tell me where it's going. I want to put the price for you right here. That's where it's going.
I have seen no reason why it wouldn't.
COVID lows. All assets will go to COVID lows.
Say it again.
All assets will go to COVID lows, including silver, including gold, including Bitcoin. All assets. And Bitcoin is giving you a chance to sell higher again today. So this is why I'm pointing this out. Our job as traders is to take advantage of these wiggles, these moves. And what did we go up to? 31,737 today.
Still bracketing
for a long time. And again, 71 or 31,737 already off the high there. Again, everything opened up here today. Okay, sell everything. I mean, you saw what happened.
Let's look at that 10-year because I think hold on, I have the before you share that, let me share El Arian's thoughts. And that's this guy knows something. Mohammed El Arian, fairly informed around interest rate derivatives. Back above 3% yield on 10-year. U.S. government bonds. This is less about an improving growth outlook and more about inflationary expectations ahead of Friday's CPI, where consensus is looking for an unchanged headline of 8.3.
That would be the
moderating
best.
core of 6.2 to 5.9. I'm not sure how it stays the same.
Well, first of all, CPI numbers have always been finagled and maneuvered, and they're not. I don't trust them to begin with, so they're already underreported. They always have been. But we've talked about this when the 10-year pulled back. We're like, buy this thing. This is a great buying opportunity. And we talked about it last week, and in a week, Bob. The Memorial Week before the holiday, we dipped down to 2.7.
And again, to be clear, this is not the 10-year futures. This is the interest rate.
This is the interest rate, but we can look at the futures too if you want. But
no, that's fine. I mean, look, why wouldn't this at least go test the high? And the problem with selling that double top is, where are you wrong? How much leeway are you going to give you?
Well, and again, you come back to the longer term charts. This is we're in full bull. We talked about this. We talked about this on the show. If you can buy a 10% pullback, which we just got more than, we got about a 15% pullback, 31.66. And I said, you can buy all the way back to this line. So anywhere back in there was a good area. This is bullish. It just remains bullish. It's been bullish for, since COVID started. And by the way, this needs to push away from COVID lows. It needs to push away. This is the one thing that will continue to go the opposite way right now. It's the only thing that can fix inflation, Bob. There's two things. The only two things. Interest rates and or depressions. Pick one.
Yeah,
Which one do you want?
At some point, price has, what is it, elasticity or inelasticity? Like, it doesn't matter, people have to eat.
Right.
So the demand is going to stay for food products. Although you get to change your palate for sure, based on what you can afford.
Right.
All right, Matt, I gotta turn this game off because it's I feel for you.
It's first inning. I don't really care. End of the game. Yeah, we had a good run. Shouldn't have been there to begin with.
Oh,
now I'll have a team to root for the rest of the time.
Louisville. My family's from right outside of Louisville, from back in the 1800s. Matt, I wanted to share one more thing that caught my interest.
Please.
And I have not shared it with you yet. And here we go. This is actually not what I wanted to share, but this was interesting from Lindsay, Texas Lindsay. Study finds athlete deaths are 1,700% higher than expected. But go ahead and approve, for 3 month to 5-year-olds. This was a great little share that I found on Twitter. It's the Extinction Clock. Hold on, Matt. Hold on.
Are they calling you for a pitching change?
Listen, I'm live right now. Let me call you back in 5, 4. All right, bye. Just like that. Matt, the Extinction Clock. Plenty of things here being prognosticated. All of them to do with us as a species, climate change, flooding, glaciers, and so these are all the ones that are active. I thought this was fun. These are all active ones, and it's all not yet. And you got to get all the way down here. These are the ones that are soon to be expiring. New ice age coming back in 71. We're still waiting on that one, Matt. 18 months to take action, says Prince Charles. That was in 2019.
Well, there was a girl this weekend that said we have 28.
Yeah. 1,028 days.
Right.
So we're gonna have a party on the 29th. I really like this one here. Alpine glaciers will be gone at Glacier. They had to take those signs down, and they did it in the heat of the night. Matt, we got to remove these glacier signs. Because
I just wish people could understand that all this stuff is tax grabs. COVID's a tax grab. Climate change is a tax grab. Social credit scores, tax grab.
This was a good one. I remember this one back in the 90s.
Why can't you see this?
Global peak oil by 2000.
Yeah, tax grab.
Yeah. Population will completely outstrip food supply.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's lots of no's and there's lots of currents. For your viewing pleasure, it's the Extinction Clock Check it out. That's what we're here to help with.
I like that.
That and sarcasm.
I like that a lot. Speaking of lower prices, have you taken a look at lumber again today?
No, but we brought it up last week.
I know. And we continue to talk about it.
We brought it up, and I was saying that not with Mother Teresa's money.
And it's down another 5% today. Last week was brutal, all the way down to 589 here. And again, just remember, this was, 1st of March, 1300. If you don't think this can happen quickly in all markets, again, I mean, look at the long-term chart, Bob. We have reversed the reversal. Remember, we had the one sell-off, we bounced, sell-off, bounce, sell-off, and here we are again. We're coming to this number. We're going to go back into balance and probably lower into the 200s when demand is eliminated, which it will be soon. I saw a house listed this morning, by the way, under construction, a picture of it. So it's newly, it must be newly. They're so desperate to get you to buy the plan over in Northwest Crossing, 2.25 million for 2,200. So, it's 1,000 square foot here in lovely Bend, Oregon. It's not looking at, doesn't even have a mountain view for that. Like where it is in Northwest Crossing, it has a postage stamp lot, 2,200 feet for 2.2 million. Spec home.
They're not going to get it, Matt.
But everything's good. Everything's good.
Matt, I know I shared it within the, probably 3 weeks ago was the lot. And I said, they got a lot of balls calling this a house because it's a 1880s hunting cabin on the lot here in my neighborhood. And they wanted $450,000 for the lot. Well, that's down to $399 now, Matt.
Right.
So
it's already dropped a third in less than a week or two, which means let's just throw up I don't know what I'm smoking price and see if some fool comes in from Northern Cal, because those suckers are suckers. They don't know anything about markets. I mean, these people are dumb now. Now this is where we are. We're literally getting the insane ask prices. Nobody's going to buy at these prices, so they're going to have to be halved.
Matt, also, the royal family, everyone's concerned that there was a UFO following the jets during the Jubilee. Right. But I really just want to, 70 years is a great run. And for the media to spin the royals in today's woke world, it's truly remarkable. It's truly remarkable.
Well, did you see the booing for Boris Bojo? Did you see the booing for the grandson and his lovely American bride? Did you see the booing? Wow.
I did. And there's the king, soon to be the king, Charles. Is there going to be a great big party for when they king him, put the crown on in this woke world? It just seems fairly upside down to me.
More importantly, let's go to some breaking news. And, while you're talking about queen of 70 years who has no power in the world and is losing all of it, let's talk about what's really happening. Chinese fighter jet releases metal shards into aircraft piloted by U.S. allies. It's getting interesting.
Metal shards. That'll bring a plane down.
It's getting interesting. Is that kind of like throwing the nails down on the car?
Well, Matt, as we talk about elites, though, you saw the American Airlines had saying that we need to stop with all the COVID nonsense worldwide, that domestic travel has rebounded. And
it's funny that he said it after he got all the money to shut it down for 2 years, right? And now he's out of money, so he's got to get back to flying, and nobody's flying. My son was here over the weekend. He flew in Wednesday night, left Sunday. He said his flight back to the Bay Area was dead, and that so again, that tells me things are already slow. I mean, here you are in the summertime, and it's dead. That's not good. It's not good for the possibility of things happening here. So, yeah.
Hey, I don't know about you watching,
and he just says that's nonsensical. Let's not. I mean, he's not mincing words here. He's like, it killed us. We can't do this again. And you have the Justice Department trying to implement masks again on public transportation. Like, people don't know this is going on as we speak. They're trying to get it back. Europe is already full loony. Australia, New Zealand, Europe, they've lost. And if we keep going this way, we're going to be, Canada, they're all lost. Think about it. UK, gone. Bob, you gone?
No, I'm not gone, man. I'm right here.
Right.
I'm right here. I'm sticking to my dollar DXY 107 end of June. I really need a pump this week from it, Matt. And I gotta think a dollar is going to be looking much better if rates are at the 10 years at 3.5%. That's my thought. I'm sticking with bear market equities, bull market interest rates, and bull market dollar in general. And you can polish your silver.
I'm going to bring up just another chart you and I talked about with you, and this is another. Remember the SPACs, 21, 22, or 21, the end of 22, how everybody was going crazy with the SPACs.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm having a problem. My whole machine seems to be locked right here, but
it's because he's got an eye potato. That's it. It's a quick show for a Monday. Quick show. That's it. That's all we got. Please join us at marketvitals.io. Please share, retweet. Hey, he might have had it. Here it comes. What's it called? Which SPAC was this?
So this was the BuzzFeed SPAC.
And he froze.
The Pet Rock. No, and pets.com and all these companies, right? BuzzFeed. Like, it's a fucking website that you can go. It's another social media website. Reddit, BuzzFeed, Twitter, they're all the same. Where do you spend your time? You can't spend your time on all of them. So why would when this thing came public at the end of last year, I mean, look at it, straight down, 15. They opened at 15, and Bob, it's down 36% today.
Nobody has ever been up money basically in this thing.
Well, the people that bought it, I guess, early this year had a chance to double their money. 360 to 560. Other than that, you had a month or so when it went up. Other than that, it's just going to zero. And again, it's still worth 325 million. So they'll take it private eventually, and they'll take it private. Somebody will come in and buy it cheap, and then polish it and mix it with some other SPAC or whatever they call it in the future. Believe me, when I was getting calls from retail friends in last year for the SPACs, oh, my brother's involved in this SPAC, you got to get in. I'd be like, oh God. There was one for cars coming out of Detroit. I mean, there was literally hundreds of these things, right? Again, this is a learning show. So learn from this, people. Don't chase NFTs, SPACs. All this shit is shit. It's crap. Don't waste your money. Go buy yourself a nice piece of art that you like. At least appreciate it. Put it hanging on your wall. The same amount of money that you'd spend on this shitty assets, from gold to silver to Bitcoin to SPACs.
All right, man. Please share, retweet, plagiarize, anything you like, and visit us at marketvitals.io. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Bob. Have a wonderful Monday. And as always, go blue.
Go blue. Ciao.